Oscar, did you bring the tickets? Galoshes? In here? Oscar, we just had our carpets cleaned. Would you please take those off outside? Oscar, did you bring them?
You just told me to leave them outside.
Oscar, not the galoshes, my theater tickets.
Oh, gee, Felix, I'm sorry, I forgot.
You forgot, Oscar. You offered. You said it was on your way home.
I know that, Felix, but I took another way home. I'm starving. What's for dinner?
Dinner? I'll tell you what's for dinner. Burnt promises.
Felix, it's raining outside. I'm tired. Besides, it's no big deal. You've seen Annie a half a dozen times already.
I love the dog.
Felix, you don't need the tickets until Saturday. I'll pick them up tomorrow.
No, it's too late. They won't be there. They're only holding them until 7 o'clock.
Felix, I already said I'm sorry.
Well, never mind. It's only 6:45. I'll grab a cab. I can still make it.
Hey, Felix, listen, as long as you're going out in the rain anyway, would you mind mailing this for me?
Unbelievable. If I were on fire, you'd probably ask me for a light. Okay, I'll take it. The Internal Revenue Service? You're paying your taxes now?
Sure, I'm a patriotic American.
You're also a few months late.
Never bothered him before.
You mean you do this every year?
No, this year I'm early.
Oh, Oscar, they'll catch up to you one day. The mills of the gods grind slowly.
I have a registered letter.
You want to step back out? It may be the ad agency. They probably loved my portfolio.
No, it's from the Internal Revenue Service.
Oscar, it's for you. The mills of the gods, Oscar. The mills of the gods. They got you.
Oh, thank goodness.
What?
This isn't as bad as I thought.
How come?
It's for you.
Terrific, just terrific. They want to see me, Felix Unger, at their offices tomorrow. My taxes are being investigated.
Mills of the gods, Felix. Mills of the gods.
It says to clear up a discrepancy in my tax returns. Oh, this is big trouble.
Oh, Felix, would you stop worrying? I'm starving. I'm going to make myself a sandwich.
How can you eat when my taxes are being investigated?
Because I'm hungry and I haven't done anything.
Neither have I.
Then you got nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry. Oscar, that shows you what you know. People go to prison when they have their taxes investigated. I mean, how can a nice, respectable guy like me get caught up in stuff?
Felix, relax and sit down. Relax. Now look at the bright side. You might love it in jail. You can show everyone how to keep their bars from rusting.
My last day as a free man, and you're making jokes. Oscar, didn't you see Scared Straight?
Felix, okay. Let's assume you are in trouble. You'll just have to pay a few bucks is all. It's like the guy that reviews books on my paper. He got in trouble with the government, too. All he had to do was just pay him what he owed him.
That's all?
Yeah, plus some interest.
Interest?
Yeah, and there was a penalty, and there was a fine. Altogether, I think it was like $12,000.
Felix, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to save my life. I can't find the mistake.
Felix, I already told you you're clean. You fill out the best income tax returns in the United States.
Obviously, the IRS doesn't give a hoot about penmanship. I'll probably have to file for bankruptcy. I'd rather go to prison.
Good. I'll give you cab fare to Sing City. Maybe then I can get some sleep.
Sleep? I'm the one who should be getting some sleep. And you're the one who should have his taxes investigated. Oscar, you do not keep any records. You keep no receipts. You send your returns in late. Oscar, you're the only man I know who takes tax advice from his bartender.
Well, he hasn't done bad by me. My income taxes aren't being investigated.
Man sends his tax return in on a wet cocktail napkin, and who do they investigate? Me. And he was wrong. The sun won't come out tomorrow. A priest? I didn't know they audited priests.
I'm with him. Moral support.
You mean sort of like H&R Frock? Sorry.
Is Mr. Unger here?
Present.
Will you come with me, please?
I'd appreciate any help you can.
I'll see what I can do. But a little kissing up wouldn't hurt.
Sit down, Mr. Unger.
Thank you, Miss Gibbs. Oh, my. What a lovely dress.
Thank you. Mr. Unger, about your return.
You remind me of someone.
Oh?
Yes, my 6th grade English teacher. My favorite teacher. Miss Abernathy.
Really?
Yes, if it weren't for her encouragement and nurturing, I would not be the responsible and most incredibly honest citizen you see sitting here today.
Mr. Unger.
Oh, you know, I really like your office. I love the decor. It's, no tax dollars wasted here.
You should see the bathroom.
Oh, what a sense of humor.
Now, Mr. Unger, in looking over your tax, I found a small discrepancy.
Discrepancy? Oh, we were getting along so well.
About the discrepancy.
That just rolls right off your tongue, doesn't it? I turn in the nicest return of anybody I know. Look at that. I mean, a different colored ink for each item, bold-faced lettering.
Yes, that was very considerate, but
every year I break my head on my return. And this is the thanks I get?
Mr. Unger.
You investigate me when there are people like my roommate who doesn't care what he puts down on his tax return.
Mr. Unger.
He sends them in late. Some years he doesn't send them in at all. But do you investigate Oscar Madison? Oh, no, just me. Felix, do it by the book, Unger.
The only thing you did wrong was not sign your check.
Yeah, the only thing I did wrong was not sign my check. What? That's all?
That's all.
Oh, well, Oscar was right. Just a very innocent mistake. Oh, do you know what you people have put me through?
Mr. Unger.
I mean, just because of an unsigned check. I mean, you could have just mailed it to me.
Yes, but I never would have met you. I wanted to shake your hand for sending in the most beautiful tax return year after year after year. What an honor. Thank you, Mr. Unger.
Oh, well, I hardly know what to say. Thank you. Oh, many happy returns.
Oh, Mr. Unger, there's just one more thing.
Yes?
About your roommate, the one who takes his tax returns so lightly. I think you said his name was, Oscar Madison, didn't you?
What? Me?
I think we might want to have a little chat with him.
Wait a minute. I really didn't mean to say that.
But you did.
I don't suppose you could forget that, huh?
I suppose not.
Please?
Tomorrow, 8 a.m., my office.
I'll tell him.
Goodbye, my son.
Goodbye, Father.
I prayed for you.
You blew it.
Boy, Felix, you really outdid yourself tonight.
Well, nothing makes me happier than to see my best friend happy, Oscar.
Oh, you cooked all my favorites. All my favorites. Chili, cornbread, collard greens, popcorn, and ding-dong.
Well, you only live once.
So, all they wanted for you to do was sign your check. You see that, Felix? I told you you were worried over nothing.
Yeah, that's me. You know, Oscar, I really ought to try to be more like you. I mean, you are so cool. So in control. I mean, you don't let little small, insignificant things shake you up. You really roll with those punches.
Felix, you're talking trash. What are you leading up to?
Bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas. Flambe.
Oh, burnt bananas.
I don't believe it. Oscar, you are really something. I mean, who but you would be uninhibited enough to light his cigar on a dessert someone spent 4 hours preparing? Who but you would have that much cool? Just a minute, Murray.
How'd you know that was Murray?
I asked him to come over.
For what?
No special reason. Just a nice social evening at home with one of our men in blue.
Hi, Felix. Hi, Oscar.
Why don't you join us for a little after-dinner conversation?
Thanks, Felix, but for the future, you should know that I enjoy during dinner conversation, too.
You bring your gun? Oscar, I got something really funny to tell you. I mean, it makes me laugh every time I think about it.
Yeah. When he told me, I was hysterical.
Must be a hell of a joke.
I mean, it's just so ridiculous, you know? But when I was down at the Bureau of Internal Revenue today, I inadvertently told them how lax you are about your tax returns.
Say what?
But don't worry. You can count on me to help you prepare.
Prepare for what, Felix?
Your tax investigation?
I have been a professional accountant since I'm 21 years old. I've never seen anything like this.
Look, the receipts are around someplace. We'll find them, Roy.
Jimmy Hoffa is around someplace. They never found him.
Oh, gee, I've been looking for these.
You know, Oscar, all the years we've known each other, you never asked me to do your taxes, and it hurt my feelings. I hurt no more.
Oscar, perhaps you don't see the humor at this particular point in time. But trust me, Oscar, a few years from now, we're both gonna laugh at this.
Unger, what you did to me, I wouldn't do to the lowest, most conniving, despicable human being I know, which up until this moment was my ex-wife's attorney.
Oscar, please.
Oscar, please, nothing. You see these pants, Felix? Don't cross me.
Oscar, please.
Felix, you crossed my pants.
Maybe we can talk when you understand that to err is human and to forgive divine.
Kiss off.
We'll talk when he grows up.
We'll talk when he grows up. Item 28. Subtract earned income from item 13 on Form B from accrued interest on Form 9. If the latter is greater, add to item 8 and enter in 28B. Form 9, I just saw it here somewhere.
Form 9 is the tricky one.
Who asked you?
Just an observation.
Why don't you observate your behind on out of here? Let me see, 15 and 14 is 39, bring down to
Oscar.
5. What?
15 and 14 are 29.
I'm warning you, Felix. Stay out of this. 29. Oh, I give up. I give up. I'm just going to go to jail and write a book like everybody else.
Oscar, why don't you just let me help you with that?
No. Yes.
Oscar, we're going to plow through this in no time.
Come on, Felix, say something encouraging.
You are in big trouble. I mean, that's about as encouraging as I can get. This is incredible. I mean, what is Sammy Chong doing in here? Isn't he your bookie?
Yeah, so?
Oscar, you cannot name your bookie as a dependent.
Felix, I read the tax book. If you're responsible for more than half of a person's financial support, he's a dependent.
No.
Felix, whose side are you on?
And look, you list here $1.50 for dry cleaning. You didn't even put down the date.
That's for the whole year.
I might have known. Look, where did you list your outside income?
I didn't have any.
Come on, Oscar. What about that book you helped ghostwrite?
Oh, that baseball book, Sex on the Mound. I almost forgot.
I didn't.
Felix, you're supposed to be helping me. You're killing me.
Oscar, you have to declare everything. What are you going to tell them if they find out?
I'm going to tell them I got a roommate with a big mouth.
I knew it. Eventually you'd get around to blaming me.
No, eventually. I've always blamed you. I've never stopped blaming you. You faked on me to the United States government.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Come in.
I'm looking for Miss Gibbs.
I'm Miss Gibbs.
Well, all right. I'm Oscar Madison. How you doing, sister?
Mr. Madison.
Call me Oscar. Sister to brother, you know.
No. Tell me.
Well, we got to look out for each other. I can see now I got nothing to worry about.
Let's get something straight, Mr. Madison. A, I don't remember my mother having any other children. So B, I couldn't possibly be your sister. And C, you've got a whole lot to worry about.
I'm dead.
We would have had you in here sooner, but we didn't know who you were. We couldn't decipher your handwriting.
Is that why I haven't received any refund checks? Okay, I'm easy. I'll do them over.
No. You get one chance to do them yourself. Then we do them for you. Now, this is what you owe the United States government.
Will you take a credit card?
No.
I owe you.
No.
How about a bad check? I don't have this kind of money.
We don't like to hear that.
I didn't like saying it.
I'm sorry to barge in on you, but I've got some evidence here that can bust this case wide open.
No matter what he says, I have nothing to do with sex on the mouth.
I've been going over his records with a fine-tooth comb. May I see this?
Felix, please, do not get this lady mad.
Aha! Just as I suspected. According to my figures, you owe Oscar.
We owe him?
That's right. Subtracting what Oscar owes you from this figure comes to exactly $97.14.
What are you talking about?
Well, do you know that this man was once married?
I know that.
I didn't know that.
And do you know that he now makes alimony payments every month?
I know that.
I didn't know that.
And do you know that alimony payments are deductible?
I know that.
I didn't know that.
Here they are. Canceled checks for all of Oscar's alimony payments.
Come to think of it, I noticed you used to file a joint return.
What'd you think happened to my wife?
From the looks of the way you keep your records, I figured you just lost her someplace. Well, Mr. Unger, I must give it to you. You did it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you too, Mr. Madison.
See you next year.
You bet you will.
Felix, you did it.
Well,
No, Felix, you really did it.
come on.
Hey, man, you really came through for me in there. Where did you find those alimony checks?
In a shoebox labeled gambling losses.
Remember last night, Felix, when I was screaming and yelling at you? I want to apologize.
Well, I want to apologize, too. For getting you involved in this mess in the first place.
You really mean that?
Yes, of course. Though inadvertent, it was all my fault.
Felix, anytime you want, you can cross my pants.
You see, Oscar, subconsciously, I must have realized this was going to happen when I told Miss Gibbs about you. I just instinctively do the right things without having to think about it. Now, a smaller man might ask for half that refund as a finder's fee. But not me.
This week's Wonders of TV Land is all about the odd couple. And up next, it's an odd episode of Love American Style. So stay tuned to Nick at Night's TV Land.
Yeah, just a really big smile like that. Laugh just a little bigger. Good. Look, Brenda, I think that should do it. We got some really great publicity shots here.
Felix, you make work such fun.
Well, it's easy with you, Brenda. You're such a pro.
And so are you.
Well, we're finished here unless I could maybe interest you in a drink.
Oh, Felix, I have got to get back to the studio. But I'd like to take a rain check on that.
Ah. The prediction is for a little sprinkle this weekend.
Oh, really? Felix, why don't we have dinner at my place? Saturday night? Who knows? We might have a hurricane.
Oh, I just love foul weather.
Well, I guess I'd better be going.
I guess you'd better.
Bye, Felix. Bye, Felix.
Hey, Oscar, come on in. It's okay.
Excuse me, I didn't know you were still working.
Yeah, well, it's no problem, Oscar. This is Brenda Gibson. She's the anchor woman for Channel 6 News.
How you doing, Brenda? Hey, you know, I watch your program all the time.
This is my roommate, Oscar Madison.
Oscar? Well, I guess I better be going. Nice meeting you, Oscar.
Yeah, see you, Brenda.
Careful there, buddy.
Okay. Felix, remember, Saturday night.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, look, hey, man, what you got in the bag?
Champagne, Phil. Get yourself a paper cup.
Champagne?
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, what are you celebrating?
Oh, the newspaper gave me my new contract. I was worried, Felix. My old one is up on Monday.
Oh, come on, man, what are you worried about? You're the best they've got. They ought to be happy to have you. Did you get everything you asked for?
Well, I don't know. You can check it out.
All right. Uh-huh. Important. Uh-huh. Hey, but look, there's no raise indicated.
Raise? Felix, I'm just happy to have my job.
Oh, come on. I mean, for somebody else, that's okay, but for my friend Oscar Madison, this offer is not good enough. Oscar, my lips. Read them, Oscar. Not good enough.
Contracts for the Herald.
Oscar, you should be getting a big raise.
I told them that, Felix. I asked for a raise. They said no.
Oscar, I can't believe you're going to let that paper push you around.
I don't care if they push me around, Felix, as long as they don't push me out.
Oscar, you know, your problem is you don't have enough self-respect. I mean, asking for a raise is not out of the question. Believe me, they need you a lot more than you need them.
How you figure that?
Suppose they don't give you the raise and you leave. If they put another sports columnist in your place, Oscar, the public is not going to like him, so they'll start buying the rival newspaper, and then the Herald will start losing profits. Then, when they want you back, just imagine how much more money they'll have to pay you.
I never thought of it like that.
That's okay, Oscar. I'm only too happy to do your thinking for you.
You know, Felix, I especially like that part where you said I don't have enough self-respect. Why, who do they think they're fooling with? This is Oscar Madison.
Yeah, the Big O.
Big O. The Big O! I like that, Felix. Hey, they probably bluffing anyway. I don't have to take that crummy money they offered me. I'm going down there right now and tell them about it.
That's the way to be counted. Can't believe it. Oscar, they fired you?
They fired me. How many times do I have to say it?
Well, didn't you mention to the editor how much more he'll have to pay when he's forced to hire you back?
I tried, but I didn't get the chance.
Why not?
Because at the time, he was slamming my hand in the door.
So they really fired you. Oscar, I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, too, Felix, because now I'm going to have to kill you.
Come on, Oscar. Now, look, calm down and think.
I am thinking. I'm thinking of what to use.
Look, Oscar,
I should have never listened to you in the first place, Felix. Not only do I not have a raise, I don't have a job.
Which could be the best thing that's ever happened to you.
No, Felix. The best thing that could happen to me would be if something were to happen to you.
Look, Oscar, please, man. Look, take a seat, please. Hear me out. Oscar, how long have you worked at the Herald?
14 years.
14 years. Day in and day out at the same newspaper, sitting at the same typewriter, looking at the same people. Face it, Oscar, you've been in a rut.
And now I'm in a hole.
Look, I know it's hard, Oscar, but it's all for the best, and you're not going to regret this. This is a big city, Oscar, with thousands of opportunities for a guy like you.
Felix, you're right. I have been in a rut.
See?
Do you remember last Tuesday when I stayed in my room until noon? Do you know why?
I thought you were clearing a path to your door.
No, Felix. I was depressed.
Ah, so your old friend Felix did you a big favor after all, eh, Oscar?
Felix, this could be the best thing that's happened to me since Blanche bought those twin beds.
Bravo, Oscar. Bravo for you. So look, what do you plan to do?
Hey, Felix, I got millions of friends in the business. I'll just make a few phone calls, let people know I'm available, and bingo. The Big O rides again. Sure, Harry, I understand. Things are tight. Yeah, you do that. You keep me in mind. Yeah, my love to Mildred and the kids. The kids are gone. Where'd they go? Oh, with Mildred. Yeah, sorry about that, Harry. So long.
Hey, Oz, how's it going? Any luck?
Well, so far I got 5 maybes, 3 nothing definites, and 1 don't buy anything on credit.
Not to worry, Oscar. Just remember who you are.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I'm Oscar Madison, the Big O, which stands for out of work, out of my mind, out of my way.
Come on, Oscar, man. You just gotta hang in. Something good's bound to happen. Oh, hey, you see? Something's happening already. Hello? Yes? Yes, he is. Just a moment. Oscar, it's the editor of the Butte Bugle?
Right. That's the paper in Montana. They said they'd call today if they had any job openings. Give me the phone.
No, I'd better handle this. Mr. Ab Madison just stepped out.
Felix, what the hell are you doing?
I'll take the message. Thank you.
Felix, I'm going to have to call him back now. Would you give me the phone? Forget the phone. I'm going to strangle you or just call me.
Oscar, obviously, being unemployed is affecting your judgment.
Where's that number?
All right, Oscar, go to Montana. It's your business if you want to spend your time with Grizzly Adams.
Leave me alone, Felix. Hello, Butte Bugle? May I speak to Mr. Jonah? Yeah, sure, I'll wait.
Oscar, you leave New York. Oscar, look, think what you'll be giving up. The Yankees, the Jets, the Knicks, your bookie, and me? Oscar, I want you to stay. I mean, things just won't be the same around here without you.
Felix, are you trying to tell me that you'll miss me?
Yeah.
Gee, Phil, that's really touching. I mean it.
So you'll stay?
Not a chance. Oh, Mr. Jonah, it's Oscar Madison. Yeah, listen, if that job is still available, I can be in the... Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. Thanks anyway.
What happened?
There was a job until you told them that I wasn't here. Then they got another guy.
Look,
That's twice you blew it for me, Felix, and it's 2 times too many. Hello? Yeah, this is Oscar Madison. Sports Illustrated? Felix, it's Sports Illustrated. I talked to them yesterday, and they said they had an opening for an assistant editor.
see, what I tell you?
You're right. Yeah? Yeah? Well, I want to renew my subscription.
Hey, look, fellas, Oscar's back.
Oscar, how'd it go?
What do you mean, how'd it go? You're looking at the New Haven Gazette's newest sports writer, eh?
Felix.
You know, look, Oscar, listen to me. I already told the fellas I don't want any special thanks.
Good, because you ain't getting any. Felix, it was a mistake. They don't want a sports writer. They wanted a shorts writer.
A shorts writer.
Yes, that's the clown who writes those little fillers at the bottom of a column, like, how long does it take a moth to digest a leisure suit?
Oscar, that sounds very challenging. I mean, squeezing those tantalizing little tidbits into a tiny little space.
I'd like to squeeze you into a tiny little space. They said I was overqualified.
Oscar, look, so you didn't get the job in New Haven. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Felix, I don't know if this is the right time to bring this up. I was looking over Oscar's books, and, well, as soon as you send Blanche her next alimony payment, you got $11.
$11?
8. He owes me $3 for the beer.
All right, come on, fellas, time to go. Let's go. Go home. The game is over. Come on.
Hey, listen, Oscar, don't worry about the $3. You can owe me later.
We'll have more local and national news in a minute.
Oh, terrific. Felix, I think you should stay and watch this. This is your employed friend, Brenda Gibson.
Now to give us a report on the day in sports, here's Doug Richards.
Okay, Brenda, thank you very much. There's big news in football, and it appears as though Chicago's got itself a new quarterback. His name is Bud Zawicki, and he's worth every cent of the $1 million he is being paid. Now, Zawicki...
$1 million? Give me a break. He got $2 million plus bonuses. That guy should know that.
Well, Oscar, he only reads the material. He doesn't write it.
So how come they don't get somebody that knows what he's talking about? Felix.
Yes?
You date Brenda Gibson. Why don't you call her on the phone and ask her if they could use a real sports writer on their staff?
Hold it, Oscar. You wouldn't ask that of me if you had any idea what I'd be letting myself in for by asking Brenda for a favor. I'd only have to repay it. Over and over.
Felix, what are you talking about?
Look, you remember that real rainy night a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah?
Well, I never told you this before, but I had dinner at Brenda's apartment.
Uh-huh.
I had an after-dinner drink at Brenda's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I had breakfast at Brenda's apartment.
Way to go, Phil.
All I can tell you is the next day at the studio, I had trouble focusing my lenses.
You sly dog.
I'm sorry, man. I just can't do it.
You can't do it? You can't do it? Felix, there was plenty you could do. Like telling me to hold out for more money until my paper put me on waivers.
Yes, but Oscar...
Like sending me to a place where the only job available was writing short things about anteaters. You could do all of these things, Felix, but you can't pick up the phone and make one lousy call. Way to go, Felix. Felix, is that you? Felix, are you all right?
Of course. Never felt better.
Maybe you should sit down.
Where?
Felix, I was pacing the floor all night waiting for you. Look at the mess I made in my room.
Yes. I scarcely recognized it.
Felix, you've been gone a long time.
I know.
You mean you've been with Brenda all of this time?
That's right.
Well, what happened?
You name it.
No, I meant that I get the job as a writer.
Well, their sportscaster, Doug Fairchild, is leaving to do his own network show.
Well, what does that got to do with me?
Well, Brenda said she'd be willing to give you a shot at an on-the-air audition to replace him.
Me? You mean me be on television?
Yes.
Felix, I'm a sports writer, not a television performer. Forget it.
Forget it? After I just went through a hard day's night?
Felix, there is no way that I'm going to go on television and make a fool out of myself in front of millions of people.
Oscar, look, you don't realize what an opportunity this is. Oscar, you could be a star.
And more importantly, Oscar, I could finally get off the hook. Oscar, please.
No, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I don't have any experience.
What difference does it make? When you have character, charisma, personality.
Me?
You'll fake it. Come on, Oscar. It's time to rehearse.
Hey, Felix, I know I got to do the audition, but do I got to wear this dumb jacket?
Oscar, that's the official Channel 6 blazer. You gotta realize, Oscar, you see, news on television isn't just news anymore. It's theater.
Yeah, that's probably why I feel like an usher.
Oh, Oscar, you got a stain on the jacket already.
Oh, no, Felix, the stain ain't on the jacket. It's on the shirt. It came true.
Okay, Oscar, let's rehearse. Here, I borrowed some old copy from Brenda. Why don't you just sit at the news desk?
News desk.
Yeah, right there. This lamp here is Brenda Gibson.
Nice bulbs.
Oscar, will you take this seriously?
Seriously? I'm sitting at my kitchen table talking to a lamp with a hat on it, and you want serious?
Oscar, what do you want from me? I'm trying to help you. Now, I'll introduce you like Brenda will tonight, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet our guest sportscaster, the well-known writer, Mr. Oscar Madison. Oscar?
New York Giants 14, Los Angeles Raiders 12, Chicago Bears 22.
Hold it.
What's the matter?
You don't start right out just reading the damn scores. No, you say hello to your anchor person. Oscar, this is the Friendly Talk News. You make some little cute personal remark, you know, kind of.
Gotcha. How you doing, Brenda? I hear you fool around.
Okay.
Coming up after this commercial, today's scores, with our guest sportscaster, Mr. Oscar Madison.
Okay, fellas, let's go, let's give it a shot. Mr. Madison, you're on in 20 seconds.
Come on now, Oscar, please. Just try and relax, huh?
I'm trying. How do I look, Felix? My mother's gonna be watching.
Better than ever. Believe me, she'll never recognize you.
Good luck, Oscar. And now I'd like to introduce tonight's guest sportscaster, the well-known columnist, Mr. Oscar Madison.
Hey there, sports fans. How you doing tonight? We got scores for you. Chicago 14, Philadelphia 12. Oh, man, did I lose money on that game. But that doesn't affect the old personality. The big O just keeps on smiling. Cleveland Browns 24, Dallas Cowboys 14. How about that? Any of you ever been to Dallas? Oh, the women in Dallas, talk about pretty. I once met this cheerleader, had the biggest pom-pom.
We'll be right back after this special minicam report.
How did I do, Phil?
Maybe just a touch too much personality.
Oscar, if you would just stick to what's written in the script.
I knew it. First you tell me to show personality, then you say I'm showing too much personality. I'm no good at this.
Come on, not so fast, Oscar. This is your big chance.
I don't want my big chance. I'm no good at this. I want my old job back.
Thank you for that minicam report. And now...
This jacket is too big.
For the day in sports.
You look good in the jacket.
Excuse me. Come on, you guys, we're on the air.
Then you wear it.
I can't wear that jacket.
What do you care? Where do you expect me?
I'll have to tell you one more time. Put this jacket on.
I'm not going to sit
now for a commercial.
Come on, Oscar. Ain't going well with their...
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Oscar, you have got to try to stretch out a little bit. I am trying to talk to you.
I don't want to hear it.
But you are going to hear it.
Look, Felix, I know. I messed up. I made a fool of myself, and I embarrassed you in front of Brenda, and I'm sorry.
And well you should be. After all I did to set it up, you went and blew it.
Felix, just leave me alone. I want to wallow in my own misery.
Hello. Brenda? Huh? Yes. Really? Well, he's wallowing at the moment, but I will give him the message. Yes, Brenda, I realize I owe you big. Later. Oscar, you're not going to believe this. Brenda says the phone has been ringing off the hook.
What are you talking about?
The audience adored you. You're a lovable eccentric. In fact, the station's going to make you an offer tomorrow.
I got a job?
I got a job. Felix, I got a job.
Wait till I tell Blanche she can cash those last 3 alimony checks. I bet that's Blanche now. Felix, as soon as that woman smells money, she don't waste no time. Hello? Yeah? I don't know. I don't know. I know, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I said I don't know.
Who was that, Oscar?
I don't know. That was Murphy, my boss down at the Herald. The man is jealous, Felix. Can you believe that? He saw me on that show and he wants to give me my old job back.
Your old job? Come on, you're a TV star now. I mean, what's working at a newspaper compared to that? Staying up all night?
Yeah, meeting last-minute deadlines.
Eating cold hot dogs, washing it down with warm beer?
Yeah, hanging around smelly gymnasiums.
Soggy pretzels, stale peanuts.
You know what, Felix?
You love it.
I love it.
You know what the best part is now, Oscar? They will have to give you a raise because they called you.
No, Felix, there's no raise.
What?
Well, Murphy said he'd give me my old salary, take it or leave it.
Oh, the nerve of the man. I guess I'll just have to call Mr. Murphy and have a little talk with that
No, Felix, don't do that. Don't do that to me, please. I want my old job back.
Oscar, give me 5 minutes on the phone with Mr. Murphy, and I promise you, you will have your raise.
Felix, would you please drop it? Now, I want my job back. I'm going down to the Herald before they change their mind.
But, Oscar, think what a negotiation this will be.
No, Felix.
Oscar, how would you like a new parking spot?
I don't even have a car.
How would you like a new car?
This week's Wonders of TV Land is all about the odd couple. And up next, it's an odd episode of Love American Style. So stay tuned to Nick at Night's TV Land.